Hello there everybody, it is Tegan here again today, and for this video I am going to be doing something that I haven't done in a very long time, and that is because I have been in a very big book slump and I have not finished any books in a very long time, but I am going to be doing a book review, and that is going to be on The Leaving by Tara Altebrando. This is the book that I read this month with the book club that I'm in, the Page Turners, which I will leave the Facebook page down below so that you guys can know what we are reading each month. But yeah, this is the book that I read for that, and I did enjoy it. There were just certain aspects of it that I didn't particularly enjoy, that I felt could have been written better. So I'm just gonna get right into it and gonna get right into telling you guys what I thought about this. So basically what The Leaving is about is it's about 6 5-year-olds who go missing, and then 11 years later only 5 of them come back. And nobody has any idea where this 6th kid, whose name is Max, has gone. So basically they're just trying to figure out where the 6th kid went and where they've all been for the last 11 years, and nobody can actually remember this 6th kid. Like, none of the other 5 kids can remember this 6th kid at all, and they don't really remember what's going on with them either. They can't really remember the last 11 years of their lives. So it sounds like a really interesting storyline. When I picked this up, I was like, oh my god, this is going to be such a good book. The storyline's going to be so good. It's going to be so incredible. And while the actual storyline, like the broad storyline, was good, it wasn't written very well, and the writing wasn't horrible. It was just that the way that the plot line was executed wasn't done very well, and I felt like maybe if it had been done by another author that had the same storyline, and I bet you that there are other books out there that follow the same sort of storyline, but I feel like if somebody else had taken this storyline, then they could have maybe done it slightly better, but it still was good. And this book is blurbed by E. Lockhart, who is the author of We Were Liars, and I absolutely loved We Were Liars. It's so good, and I actually have a review for that book, and I will leave that link down below. But yeah, I loved We Were Liars. It was so intriguing, it was so interesting, and you had no idea what was going on while reading it, which made it really, really good. And I was hoping that would sort of be what this book was, which it sort of was. It just could have been executed a lot better. So this book was written sort of differently. There were 3 perspectives used within it. So there was Scarlett, Lucas, and Avery, and Scarlett and Lucas were both 2 of the 6 kids that went missing, and then Avery was the sister of Max, who was the 6th kid that never came back, and nobody can remember who he was or what happened to him. I did enjoy the different perspectives. I do have to say I enjoyed Scarlett's and Lucas's more than I enjoyed Avery's, and that's just because I felt like their perspectives were more interesting to read from than Avery's was. And then each person's perspective was written in a different way as well. So I'll show you what I mean. So for Scarlett's chapters, they were written like all out of line. Like you can see here, it's just like that. And then there's just all of these, like here Luke is written in a circle. And then all throughout her chapters as well, there's these little lines, which are basically just to represent like her mind clicking and just her heartbeat or whatever it was. And then Lucas's chapters are written, they've got these black boxes within them, which are sort of his thoughts and his dreams. And then Avery's chapters are just written with normal text. So I felt like that was interesting at some point, but there were some issues with it. I felt like the author sort of did it to add some length to the book, because within like Scarlett's chapters there's a lot of like blank pages. There's a lot of pages that barely have anything on them, which did make the story interesting at some points within it. However, there were some where it wasn't really necessary, and it sort of felt like it was used just to make the book longer, because the book is over 400 pages. If you took out all of the blank pages and all of the places where there were spaces between text and stuff, it probably would have been down to just over 300 pages. So I felt like it might have been used just to add some length to the book. and that length could have been used to developing characters more and making the story more interesting and developing plot points more and stuff. I also sort of feel like the different ways of writing each person's chapter may have been used for the sole purpose of trying to be able to differentiate between each person's perspective, because each person was pretty much written exactly the same, especially when you would read through it and there would be two different perspectives, but they would both still be in the same situation. So you'd be like, wait, am I reading from this person or am I reading from this person? It just got really confusing because the writing was really similar and there wasn't very much change between each perspective other than the different ways of writing them with like the black boxes and the different things like that. So I feel like that may have been a reason why there were the different chapters, but they did make the book interesting. It was sort of a different way of writing it, so yeah. I think that's about where I'm going to leave it for this review. This was a spoiler-free review. I just wanted to let you guys know a little bit of my thoughts on this book. Like I said, I did enjoy it. It just wasn't my favorite book of all time. I'm still glad I read it. I did find enjoyment in it. I read it really fast. It didn't take up very much time. I'd probably give it 3 out of 5 stars, I'd have to say, around that number, just because it wasn't my favorite, but I also didn't absolutely hate it. So yeah, and I think my rating did go up because of this beautiful, beautiful cover. Like, honestly, look at that. I love how there are 6 swings on this swing set, but then one of them has been broken off. I absolutely loved that. I thought that that was a really cool way of showing that there were 6 kids, but then one of them is still missing. So I really did like that, and I did enjoy the book. As I said, just wasn't my favorite. So yeah, 3 out of 5 stars I'd have to say at the current moment, and yeah. So that is about it for this video today. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. I haven't done a review in a while, so I really wanted to do one, especially because I finally finished a book. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, you can give it a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. Let me know down in the comments if you have read The Leaving, or if you want to read The Leaving after watching this review, or any of your thoughts on the book if you have read it. I would absolutely love to know. And you can subscribe to my channel if you want to be told when I make new videos. I make fandom videos, I make music-y videos, and I make bookish videos. So if any of that sounds of any interest to you, then you should totally hit that subscribe button down below. And yeah, that's about it from me today. I'm Tegan, this is Bookwormia, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Hi there, everybody, it is Tegan here again today, and for this video I am going to be filming my 100 subscriber Q&A, which is something that I